which is important for ER. Therefore, in order to increase the effect of reading comprehension, according to the 3 principles of reading comprehension, it is necessary to select books that match the level of the learner. Book difficulty publishers are usually determined by headwords. In addition, publisher levels only apply to books by that publisher. In organizations, usually evaluators actually read and categorize books. In Japan, YL is often used. Next, I would like to talk about purpose of the study. There are many types of books, and because they don't have the same vocabulary restriction as ER books, they are not divided into levels by publishers or ER groups. Therefore, it is difficult for learners who have done a certain amount of ER to know the difficulty level of books when they want to do extensive reading using books. Therefore, the purpose of this study is to estimate the difficulty level so that learners can select books of appropriate difficulty level. Next, I would like to talk about challenges of difficulty estimation methods. Lexile index method used by Amazon determines the difficulty level by the average number of words in a sentence and the word difficulty. Fresh reading is available in Microsoft Word. Determine the difficulty level by the average number of words in a sentence and average number of syllables per 100 words. Both indicators are for native speakers. According to Lexile.com, when measured by the Lexile index, the Odyssey and Diary of a Wimpy Kid are about the same difficulty level. The Lexile index is based on the average number of words and the difficulty of the word. This shows that words alone are not a good measure of difficulty. There are many factors that determine the difficulty of a text. For example, cultural background, number of characters, slang, number of pronouns, complexity of sentence structure, with or without illustration. It is not determined by word difficulty or numbers alone. Next, I would like to talk about proposed method. Some of the problems with the current difficulty assessment method are that it doesn't take into account sentence structure, and that it is not designed for speakers of the other language. Therefore, we plan to estimate the difficulty level of a book using machine learning with the difficulty index as the training data. The difficulty of a sentence is determined by a combination of various factors. Therefore, we propose a difficulty estimation method based on machine learning that can take into account complex input data. In addition, FRE and Lexile index provide a unique index that is different from the difficulty criteria used in ER. We plan to establish a method to predict the difficulty of a book using the difficulty criteria used in ER as training data. There are many factors that contribute to the difficulty of a text, including vocabulary and syntax. In this article, we will focus on syntax. Machine learning procedure is data collection, then data preprocessing, then learning, then evaluation. The role of data collection is text collection, loading file data. The role of data preprocessing is encoding, normalization, dimensional reduction, feature extraction. This time, we will mainly focus on data collection and data preprocessing. Next, I would like to talk about morphological analysis. First of all, the table data of books for reading has been created. Each line corresponds to a book. The leftmost number is the difficulty level. The leftmost number is the book ID, and the rightmost number is the difficulty level, called ERFT level. We will analyze the text part of the table data. First, morphological analysis is performed, followed by level encoding. Morphological analysis is the process of dividing a sentence into morphemes and determining the part of speech. Morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning in a language. Level encoding is conversion of a morpheme into a code between 0 and 14. The table shows the correspondence between morphemes and codes. For example, here is pronoun. This will be converted to 10. Was is verb. This will be converted to 14. Then count each of the 3 chunks of morphology in the sliding window. We will look at the sentence in this way, in order. The numerical sequence of part of speech levels such as 10, 45, exerted by sliding window counting, is called exerted levels in the future. This table is a result of the actual tabulation. This table has about 1,400 rows in total, and this is a part of it. On the left is book ID. On the top is extracted levels. Convert the counted result into a percentage. When the window size is 3, there are 3,375 possible combinations for the part of speech tags 0, 14 to appear. And we found 1,456 combinations from books. For example, 1117 is a combination of pronoun, adposition, and noun. This is an exerted level that only appears in one book. This data cannot be used for machine learning. We found 1,284 combinations only appeared in 1 or 2 books, and remove these excited labels. Next, 4, 10, 14 is combination of coordinating conjunction, pronoun, and verb. It is an important excited label because its occurrence rate varies greatly from book to book. This data is very useful for machine learning. 1, 10, 7 is a combination of adposition, pronoun, and noun. This is a less important excited level because its occurrence rate is high in every book. Next, I would like to talk about results and discussion. The above graph compares ERPT level 2 books with each other. The bottom graph compares a ERPT level 2 with a ERPT level 18 book. This is a bar graph showing the frequency of appearance of each book. I thought that the graph would be similar if the books were close in level, but I couldn't really judge from this graph alone. We then clustered these results using the Euclidean distance. The Euclidean distance is calculated with this formula. Euclidean distance looks at all the values for two texts, then adds up the differences between the values for each text. This table is part of the Euclidean distance calculation. In this way, the Euclidean distance of each book is calculated and Ward's method is used for clustering. Ward's method is a method of creating clusters, starting from the one with the smallest Euclidean distance. This is the result of the clustering process. 21, 2 in the figure, where 21 is the book ID and 2 is the ERPT level. We calculated the average of the level of each cluster and found the difference in the average of each. For example, book 23 and book 30 have the closest Euclidean distance. Finally, I would like to talk about discussion. Clustering didn't reveal the correlation between the proposed method and the difficulty level, but we were able to roughly classify them. It's possible machine learning can identify features of books at different levels of difficulty. However, it needs to be evaluated quantitatively by using computer, not subjectively. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thanks for your attention.